What is poppin'?
What up, bruh?
Bro, it felt like a long week, but I
Dude,
am,
it's yeah. You're finally back fully. I know I've been back for a couple weeks, but you are finally back.
dude, it is getting, my dogs are even, let me close the door real quick. Oh my gosh.
I like this
Dude,
pod. No, you not there? It's a nice pod right there. Just me.
just you? I feel like you would enjoy that sometimes because I always smoke you in the debates. So I feel bad. I feel
Okay.
guilty.
Okay.
I'm coming back with heat. I'm just saying I was ready
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
And so much has happened
Dude,
that
it's insane. It's gonna take like a month just for us to fully catch back up on all the news that's happened. I feel like we're just gonna slowly sport by sport in each different pod because, like we said to everyone, before we started leaving, we're not really gonna do news and stuff for that time period while we were gone, even though we were back and forth, just because it was too much to try to keep track of. But now that we're back and not having to like worry about travels and stuff, it's just gonna be okay. This sport now has these players move. This sport has this drama. Blah blah blah. We'll do a little bit of that
yeah.
today, but the upcoming weeks, I know we'll do a lot of it. But before we do, we gotta start with the
Let's
question
start
like
how we
always.
do, baby. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Because of all the traveling and being outdoors over the summer, I felt like let's just go with like, what's your top three animals? Switching it up a bit.
From all the camping.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, that's a good question. All right. Should I go from 1 to 3 or 3 to 1?
Up to you. Your call.
Let's go 3 to 1.
3-1. Okay.
Platypus.
Okay.
Dude, those are freaking sick. And yes, I'm basing my answer solely off of Perry the Platypus.
Okay.
But
figured you were.
Freaking sick. They're like mammals that could go underwater and swim. That's freaking insane. So platypus number 3.
Okay.
Talk about swimming animals. A dolphin.
That's fair.
Holy crap. With the little hole. Just that's sick. Like what the hell? Why can't we do that? I mean, we kind of can when we pee, but like that's fine. Like they can
Where
just
has
do it
this
on
gone?
It's
Okay.
just sick.
Let's move on to number 1. Okay.
Bears.
I need more specific. Come on, give me a specific bear. You can't just go bears.
Black bear.
Okay.
And I have to say why. So this summer was we have at the camp that we were at, there was 3 bears. Holy camoles. These bears are huge. I was standing 20 feet in front of a bear, me and the bear. Just me and the freaking bear hanging out. We were looking at each other, and you know what he told me? I know he said this.
Okay.
He's like, you're a cool dude. And because of that, I have to put him number 1.
Did he follow it up with I will still eat you alive though?
Well, we didn't get to that part of the conversation.
Okay. You ran.
I had to depart. Yeah, I had to depart.
You're like, thanks, bye.
And that split second moment when we were just staring at each other, I felt like we were bros. And like, I don't know. I feel like we're good. Also, they can run up to 30 miles per hour, which I did not know.
Yeah.
And like, they're hungry just like we are. Like, honestly, I connect with the bear. Like, I feel like me and the bear, like, there's no difference except for it's 600 pounds and I'm only 400. You know, like, there's no difference. But like, that's my 3: platypus, dolphin, bears. Go.
Okay. Number 3 for me, killer whales. I've always loved them.
So soft.
Free Willy.
So soft.
Free Willy. I watched that movie so much growing up. It was just like I fell in love, dude. It's a great movie.
Okay.
It's like
that's fair.
Number 2 for me, bald eagle. Classic. Symbol of America.
The birds.
Yeah, but
symbol of America. That's your argument.
I just love bald eagles also. But number 1 for me, gotta go with a cheetah, dude.
Dude, I'll take a bear over a cheetah any day.
But the cheetah will outrun the bear easy. Listen,
bear will rock a cheetah snap, bro.
That's if it can catch it. Listen, all I know is that your bear can come at me and my cheetah will catch you before your bear takes 1 step.
It doesn't matter. You know why?
Why?
Because the bear will win. It will find a freaking way. That's what the bear told me in that 10-second interaction.
I forgot you've had this like Pocahontas moment over here with the bear.
It was a Pocahontas moment where he said, you put me number 1, I will defeat the number 1 animal that Brandon says. Like, he told me that. So, like, I trust all bears will.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay. You know, whatever. You had this spiritual Pocahontas moment. You can have it. Whatever. Let's go into sports because I feel like that question done. little quick answers.
Done.
Let's move on to the meat and potatoes, as you say, because
The
there's
meat
so
and
much.
And there is some meat and potatoes in
Yeah.
a sport
Let's-
that's near and dear to you.
Unfortunately, right now it's not great for me. But yeah, I think this week, with it being the sport that's really the only one kind of like in midseason, like soccer's starting back up in Europe and whatnot, MLS is midseason, but baseball trade deadline's passed. Playoff pushes are coming. Unfortunately for me, I'm gonna get this out of the way. The Braves lost 4 or 5 to the Mets. It hurts. We're not out of it, but that one hurt. But it's okay because it could be worse. It could be Washington. But we'll start off with other teams. Let's start off with the Dodgers because we both hate the Dodgers. And if not, then well, you can leave. The Dodgers got Joey Gallo from the New York Yankees.
No, we're not. I just have to address it. You can't come at me like that. At least we're not the Nationals, and expect me to just sit here for however long this pod is and be happy.
Hey, you're gonna sit there as long as you watch the San Diego Padres now, okay?
You know what? At least I'm not like being catfished Braves fans thinking the Braves are going to win it all. It's them against the Dodgers. And
Who
then
won
next
last
thing
year?
you know,
Who won last
hey,
year?
I have a question. How's it looking this year, buddy?
We're still in the playoff race. We're first seeing the wild card right now. It's fine. We're the Nationals.
In the
Worst
wild
record
card. You know what? The Lakers were in the wild card, the play-in spot. How did that turn out for them?
I can't remember basketball. Sorry. So far past now.
Moral of the story is I hate the freaking Nationals.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so back to trades.
The Dodgers.
Yeah, so the Dodgers picked up Joey Gallo from the Yankees, which the move itself, like Gallo was playing horrendous in New York, but I mean the man could hit the baseball, so if they can figure out how to get him to hit again, solid. Yeah. Whether or not it actually happens now, who really knows? The Yankees then signed a couple of pitchers from the Oakland Athletics team that does nothing ever. Can't recall their names, but they're both studs from what I remember. This one confuses me a bit though.
Okay.
The Padres and the Brewers basically literally just traded closers. Like Josh Hader went to the Padres and dude's filthy. I mean, dude's filthy. He's top closer in baseball right now. But the Padres closer was right behind him. So it's not like they really needed it. For San Diego, it's a great move. But for the Brewers, I feel like their fan base just hated them. Like I watched afterwards, they were just like, because they're also in the wild card. Like they're like, we weren't out of it. Like we can win our division, but it's like now it's just like, why? We traded away our best player basically.
Yeah.
So that's just San Diego. I mean, San Diego made moves left and right, and we'll still get to that before we do. But Trey Mancini then from the Orioles, who's a stud, went over to the Astros, unfortunately. But I mean, that's the Astros. The Astros then signed one of Boston's catchers as well. Like the Astros made some moves as well. Then Eric Hosmer from San Diego went to Boston. He was supposed to go to the Nationals, but he had a no trade clause, and he said, "Nah, I'm good. It's not happening. Sorry." He was like, "I don't care." So that
my team right now is taking a lot of heat, and I don't appreciate it.
Oh, I've not even started yet, bud. I'm not even started yet. San Diego also signed another player from the Reds. San Diego was just like they locked and loaded up. So whether or not anything happens, I don't really know. But I mean, San Diego won the trade deadline, no matter my opinion.
Yeah.
But before we even get to National still, the Braves made a couple moves for some pitchers. We got rid of a couple people. Then we re-signed Austin Riley to a 10-year deal, which I'm in love with. So that's really the biggest move we made. The Angels were debating trading Shohei. Then they were like, no, we're good. So I thought that was going to be a big name if it ever happened, like just trade-wise. But the biggest part about the trade deadline, and I'm sure we can go back more detail about other ones if people want, but your Nationals, they got some stuff back. They did. They got a lot of pieces back. I'll give them that. But they also, let's just start. They traded away Josh Bell. How do you feel about that before we go to the bigger name?
It doesn't matter. We suck. I mean, honestly, like I'm happy for these guys. They played well for us. Like they deserve to go be where they need. Like they're. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
Just not for myself. I hate
Of
my
course.
life.
Yeah.
I hate my life.
So Josh Bell and who was the other player? What was the superstar you traded away? The one that you offered how much money to was it? Like 400 something million dollars for 15 years, and he said, "Nah, I'm good."
Good. Yeah. Juan Soto.
Yeah, Him and Josh Bell went to the Padres also. The Padres traded away though. Let's see, I can't remember if I can find all of it, but it was I think like 6 or 7 players. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot, but it was going to have to happen. Like Soto was going to leave at free agency otherwise. So you weren't going to
100%.
keep him. So the Nationals got as much as they could back. So I respect them with that. I'm happy Soto's out of my division. I won't lie. That's one less person to screw me over. But it's interesting to me because San Diego has a big three now. Like they have Soto, Tatis, and Machado. Now Tatis hasn't played all season because of a broken wrist that he had on a motorcycle accident and whatnot. But I mean, that's a scary big three.
It is. I also am happy for Juan Soto. If I was Juan Soto, I would have wanted to leave too. Like, it just sucks that we with him we had a bad team, and now we have a worse team.
Yeah,
because losing a piece like that is bad.
Yeah.
But like him going to the, like, I don't know if this is a bold statement, but like I kind of like their chances over the Dodgers right now.
I mean, they bolstered their bullpen. I mean, hitters left and right, so they have pieces. Whether or not they make like this year, next year will be like severely scary because they'll have the whole team all next year.
Right.
But I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he was like, I don't think Soto stays. I think Soto in like 2 years, because his contract technically up is then. Like his contract is up then, if I recall correctly. Because like after the trade, you get the extra year or whatnot, or some. I didn't quite understand. But he's like, I think he doesn't sign with the Padres long term. And I was like, now that's a statement right there. I don't see that being the case because I was just like,
if they don't win, he doesn't sign.
That's fair. Because if you watch like back, like I was looking through like all-star games stuff, like, and that boy was hanging with Machado and Tatis left and right. So it looked like they had that connection. Like they were like, we know something's up that no one else does. If he doesn't sign with the Padres, I feel like all hell is just going to break loose though. Because like that man's going to get $600 million or something. Like he's going to make Trout's contract, Machado's, like he's going to make those contracts look like chump change.
Yeah, 100%.
But I feel like he signs with them. I don't see him being that type of player to like, okay, I'm out now. Like he won the World Series with the Washington Nationals, but then y'all just like your entire team was gone.
Yeah,
traded away.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people retired. A lot of people left. But I think what your friend said that is good is like wherever he goes, he's gonna make that money. So like, why stay in San Diego if you give them 2 years and they don't win anything? I feel like if they could somehow win it this year, he signs right away. Like
but like it's like if you leave San Diego, there's not many other teams that have that like crazy roster. Like you have San Diego now, Dodgers, Braves, Yankees, Mets. Like you have like 5 or 6.
I'll give you the Braves,
buddy. We're World Series champions. You have to give it to us right now.
We are technically World Series champions.
No, you were. We currently are.
But
you did have Juan Soto. Now you don't. Same concept.
Same comment. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna go back on vacation.
Jesus. This is like, I showed up 5 minutes ago and I'm already hating it.
No, but like I get that, but I feel like you're telling me the Yankees won't move hell and high waters to get
I mean the Yankees definitely would.
So like he'll be fine, but like they need to win within these next 2 years of having him. Or else, I mean, like what's the point? Like, yeah, for the Nationals, they got pieces back, but for Soto wanting to leave and you're not winning, like, does it matter if you're in a good situation?
Do you think if it's like 2 deep runs, like say like this year they make a run and then they get like they lose in like the NLCS, the next year they make the World Series, but losing the World Series, they'll stay if they make deep runs. Like because at that point it's like you're there, but you just couldn't. I think
the deep runs help, but. And again, to predict 2 years, like you have to see the landscape and like who's actually going to come up. Maybe someone else comes up and then just like, holy shoot, like maybe I want to go there. But deep runs help, but it's the way you lose that matters.
That's true.
And I think like if they're going into these deep runs expected to be the favorites, and they lose, that's different.
I
Than like
still
if
don't even think they're the favorites betting wise though. I feel like they're top 5 now, but I don't think they're favorites still.
I would put my money on San Diego if I'm going to be honest. I just think that
For this year?
for this year, I think they know something we don't.
I don't see them winning this year.
They're going all in though. They're
no,
going
100%. I just don't think this was their. I think I have to look to see what the records are right now because I can't remember the exact standings, but I don't think I just don't see them winning it this year. But I mean, I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, definitely not your first time.
I was waiting for the jab there. Like San Diego, like they're not going to win their division this year. They're 15 and a half behind the Dodgers. So they can still win wild card, but then they have to go through wild card run. Because like right now, wild card is San Diego's technically half a game behind in the wild card. So they're not even like guaranteed a playoff spot right now. Like they're in the hunt for what, but
there's a lot of baseball left. How many games do we have?
I mean,
we're about at 100.
No, we're more.
Around,
we're a little over. I think like 110 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like 110, 111 depending on the team. So we have about 50-ish games left. So there's still plenty to play. Anything's possible in 50 games. But they can't to win the division. The Dodgers would just have to completely have their entire team going on injured list. There's no way the Dodgers don't win the division at this point.
Yeah.
But so if they don't, that's the other thing. Like if they don't make the playoffs after all these moves, I didn't even think about that though until I saw the standings right now today.
That would be bad. But like I love Juan Soto. But like
no, I mean
you make that move, you have to make a run.
Yeah.
And like whatever you add 10 games, that's where you should technically be. And if you could get to that point, then that trade was a success. Or else what was the trade for? What you're waiting for the guy that was injured the whole season, and then now all of a sudden like
that's
next year is your
so
year?
Like, they should definitely make the run they should at least be able to go deep this year. Even if it's through 100%. Wild card. But like it's not like they're going against easy teams either, no matter what though. Like the wild card hunts are Atlanta, Philly, San Diego, Milwaukee, and then freaking if you want to go into the first place teams, then you also then have to deal with let's see, you got Dodgers, Mets, and St. Louis. Like it's not like any of those teams are throwaway teams. Like they all have studs that could win a series. So like it's gonna be rough no matter what. But
yeah.
So you're picking San Diego right now to win it all this year, though. You think that even if they come out,
I would put my money on it. Like if I was trying to bet and I was trying to make a bang for my buck, that's that's where I'll place it.
That's fair.
I also am again the person that you should not be taking betting advice from for baseball.
This is true too.
I just feel like I need to preface that before someone puts a down payment on their car.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something interesting to me. I'm treating it like baseball, football, like teams going all in. Like
what I still want to happen whenever we can, maybe next month or so, get your friend from LA over here. Just because now not only can she go against the Dodgers with Braves, but Dodgers for San Diego as well now, since that's your team now. You have to ride that team. You said they're winning it. You got to ride them now.
I didn't say it. I just said if I was betting.
Yeah, I think you're a betting man. So sounds like you picked them.
Yeah, but I'm not putting money on it with you, you son of a gun. I still owe me a freaking dinner. You still owe me a bunch of crap.
Hey.
Where's my jersey?
You were gone all summer.
I didn't come back with it even to
the
a
bear
Draymond
took it.
Jersey.
The bear took it.
The bear took it. Oh, I'm about to call him up real quick.
Yeah. Your favorite animal just dropped, huh? Just remember.
Oh my gosh.
And exactly 1 month from today, literally 1 month from today, you can yell at me in person.
And 1 month from today, your ass is buying me dinner.
Why do you think I'm visiting you? Why do you think I'm visiting you? You think it's because I like you?
You son of a gun. No, that is not why. You're telling me week 1, NFL football, and we're not gonna bet, and you probably like,
we're gonna
I
bet.
was paying attention to NFL all off season, and when I see him,
I got
I'm gonna make
spreadsheets
sure we're gonna be sitting next to each other, and you're gonna be like $10 that this happens, and it happens, and I'm gonna be like, what's going on? Like, I know why you're coming. You're trying to take more money of me, but trust me,
No, I'm going for
I want
I'm
my
going
jersey.
for the wedding. Shout out to Dimitri and Mary, my friends.
Shout out.
But I am also going to take your money.
Okay, I feel like are we good on this one sort of thing? I don't want to talk about it no more.
Are you good on it?
No, but that's fine.
Okay, actually, so also change of heart. If you would like to, this is your last chance. I can return the other jersey I have, and I can buy you a Juan Soto jersey that's from the Padres, though, if you would rather have that. Think on it. No rush. I have like 2 more weeks before this jersey can't be returned, so.
In other news, give me the freaking debate question. I know it, but you give it to us. Give it to us, Brandon. I don't want to talk about this no more.
All right. So next week we'll probably talk a bit more about the sport as a whole, but specifically because of today with what KD said, we're going to go into a KD debate. KD, I don't even know what week at 3-4 weeks ago, whatever, at this point, requested a trade after, him was like, Kim and Kyrie are good, or Kim and Kyrie are good. And then Kyrie requested trade. And then Kyrie's like, no, I'll stay. And then KD was like, I still want out. And then today he, let me find what exactly he said, because I was like, oh, this is nice. So KD informed the owner of the Nets that he does not have faith in the Nets and their direction.
I wonder why.
Why is
what? Hey, you're the best player on the team is leaving, and then the best player says, "I don't trust the team." No crap. And then also, you don't know the direction. They don't know the freaking direction.
Yeah, it makes me laugh because they also it's been a month of them trying to trade him. The Celtics, Raptors, and Heat still remain the most significant, which means the Suns are out. Which I didn't see that happening just because they wanted too much. I feel like, but also I feel like that everyone's going to want too much. It makes me laugh also because the NBA kind of had died down a bit. Like NFL, the
things are rotating.
The whatever Hall of Fame game was last week. Preseason starts this week. It's like, and the KD was like, "Oh, let me just throw this one out there. I'm still relevant. Don't you worry." Like summer league's happening, and there's back and forth with players, young guys. But KD was like, "Don't worry, this is still all about me." So let's debate this real fast. Do you see him being traded away? Do you not? And then we'll go to where.
I see him being traded only because I think Kyrie's actually leaving.
So you think Kyrie gets traded too?
From everything I'm seeing and reading, it seems like they're both like Kyrie's pretty much a Laker. Like, I'm assuming
I've seen so much of that, but Kyrie's also like, I'm in on the net. So it's like, which one, bud? Which one?
And Kyrie also thinks the earth is flat. So am I going to trust anything this guy says? Probably not. But KD, when he comes out and says that he wants to be traded, he's going to be traded. It's just a matter of what the Nets feel.
I do agree with that. Because I see if he doesn't get traded, 100% he sits out.
Oh, 100%.
He's not staying. That man's going to sit out and be in the opponent's bench area every game.
And regardless if Kyrie actually leaves or not. If Kyrie leaves, he's just not going to play. If Kyrie stays, he's still not going to play. I don't see this working out on the other way than trade.
I hate that we agree on that, but I think it's the only thing you could do. You have to agree on that.
Yeah, Kyrie's pretty much, even if he plays, he's not there. So what's the difference?
Well, the court's flat, so he's able to still be around there.
Yeah. But someone might, drop a pencil somewhere and he has to protest for the pencils. It's sad, but it could happen. And it's a reason why.
So the more reasonable part to this debate then, that this could go on for eternity, I feel like. Who trades for him?
Also, I just realized Ben Simmons. You want to play with Ben Simmons?
Well,
don't stop. No, say it. I dare you. I want to. I want you to. I'm begging you. Please say it. Put it into existence. It's okay.
At least you know the ball won't go in, so you can get rebounds and score yourself.
Okay, thank God. I thought you were going to say I would want to play with them because, but like,
well,
like
I mean, it's me playing pickups the same concept as playing with him. Everyone who I play on the court there is just as good as him, until proven otherwise.
But like, I feel like me and you could cross him up and play defense.
Yeah.
We could lock him up. Actually, I truly believe that.
I mean, all you have to do, all I have to say is, do you remember the Hawks? And at that point, he's just gonna go air ball.
You're in his head. Hack a Ben. Hack a Ben. Hack a Ben.
Yeah. Air ball. Oh, shot. Nope. Passing the ball. Oh, Hawks knocked you out.
But the trades.
Yeah. Who do you think trades for him? Do you think it's one of those three teams? Do you think the Celtics, Heat, or Raptors trade for him, or do you think someone else trades for him?
Celtics. I saw him in Toronto, and I know he was out there, and it looked good. And I think he was happy. I don't think Toronto though.
I don't see the Celtics. So I've seen like the proposed trades for the Celtics and him, and it's like they want Brown, one other starter, and like a couple like random bench players and like 4 picks. There's no way the Celtics do all that. That's the reason the Suns are out. Like the Heat would have to give up like Tyler Hero, Bam, probably like 2 others plus picks. Like,
but then it's KD.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's KD.
And like
but
KD could do what Bam and Tyler Hero do, kind of.
Yeah, but like it's just like it's the same. I'm not trying. This is legit. Not trying to drag down on the Nationals. But it's like the same concept as Soto. Like when you have that big name of a player, you have to give up so much for it. And in baseball, it's easier to give that up because you have 9 people on the field plus like bench and stuff. And it's not just about shooters. Like you have your pitchers and everything. Like there's 26 people on the roster. In basketball, you have like 11 total?
I was gonna say like the realistic one in my mind is Boston.
It's the most realistic.
And I think that's the one that tilts the balance of the league. Because if you get Tatum and KD on the same team, I think that's championship level duo.
My thing is also
I don't see him going to Miami and it changing much.
I just don't know if I see the Nets willing to trade that much to somebody who's going to beat you in the Eastern Conference Finals then.
But like the Nets don't have a direct the Nets don't have.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the Nets might move to just move their team at this point. Like they don't know where they're going. They might just move the stadium. Like, oh, this is good now. Like,
yeah.
So I mean,
but like I think the Nets are understanding they're in a rebuild, which is why KD doesn't trust them. And I feel like it's just when he says that, it's stupid because like you didn't trust him before because like that's why you wanted to leave. You know, like
yeah.
But like I think the Celtics could complete the trade because I feel like KD has experience and Tatum could learn a lot from. So there's that incentive.
100%.
But like if you get rid of Bam and Tyler and it's just KD and Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry, like and Victor Oladipo, like that team isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
That team could make the trade happen like this, but they're not going anywhere. But I feel like you could get rid of Brown. I feel like Brown is not that guy, especially after the last year.
Yeah,
like,
but yeah, I just don't know if Boston's willing to. But I'm trying to think of teams
to spice
from the
it up.
West
Do you think Golden State?
I've seen that whole thing. It would make me laugh because they would have to trade Draymond away, and it would just make me laugh so much. But I don't see them giving up their young stars. Like they don't need to.
Right. They're fine.
They don't need to. Like that's just like
even wherever KD goes on the East, they're fine. You know.
I just don't see him going to those 3 teams. I'm trying to think of a team he will go to. I just don't see that trade happening.
I would love it for him to go to the Grizzlies. I think we said this when Jeremy was on.
Yeah, who could they give up though? I'm so like it would literally be him and John Morant, and that's it. Like you'd give up all other players.
But don't you need what more could you need? The Grizzlies could be interesting. What if Charlotte came out and said like, hey,
They don't have enough because Miles Bridges is still like the whole domestic thing now. So
Yeah.
that'd be their big trade piece. Like I would still love for the Hawks, but we signed Murray, so it's like we have our big three unless we were to trade away like five, which I'm also not against. Just saying. Just saying, I'm okay to trade the farm for that, but part of me still wonders if somehow like him and Dame Lillard could team up.
That's a damn good idea.
But I just don't see him going to Portland. That's the problem. It's like Dame himself, yes, but Portland, no.
But like Portland's a good guess.
Phoenix was the one that I truly thought could make it happen until they re-signed what's his name, Aiden to his max.
Yeah, just stupid.
Yeah, I guess just like who will he go to? I don't know.
Could it be the Clippers?
Yeah, but I mean,
they have Kawhi and Paul George. I'm not saying to get rid of both of them.
You're gonna have to get rid of one of them.
You have Reggie Jackson. You have Marquise Morris. You have, Man. Remember that one guy that came out of the clutch that came up clutch for them a lot. I mean,
oh yeah. I mean, you'd have to trade away Paul George or Kawhi. Like one of those two would have to go into the.
I would get rid of Kawhi, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would keep Paul George. I don't know. I like him a lot.
I know we've talked about this before. Do you think there's any chance he goes to Philly?
No.
Okay.
Because that means Harden's going to come back.
That's fair. Yeah.
They're not getting rid of Embiid. I think Philly's. But like, what other teams are in the West? Like, do you see him going to Denver? Probably not.
No, there's not. Denver has too much money locked up already. I feel like
New Orleans.
That could be a spicy one. That could be a spicy one.
Like if they get rid of Zion, maybe, and then
but they just signed him to the whole max, which is beyond stupid in my opinion.
That's not. He didn't deserve it. Who else? Like, I don't know.
Not Utah. I mean, Utah's a possibility just because of the whatever's happening over there, but.
Yeah, but now they don't have Gobert to get rid of.
Yeah, so it's like
they don't have their piece.
Minnesota. God, Minnesota's gonna be scary.
Like, I think we just went through the West.
I mean, yeah,
Dallas.
I thought about that, but with them trading for what's his name now, there's just like there's not many teams left that could trade for him. Like exactly. Phoenix is out. Memphis could. Miami could. Golden State's not going to happen. Dallas isn't going to happen. Boston could. Milwaukee, that would be terrifying for the league if that could somehow through, but they're not going to.
I mean, honestly, what that trade consist of? I would get rid of Drew and Chris Middleton.
You would have to. You probably have to, but then you have Giannis and Katie on the team, and that's just like, okay, we're good. We're good.
You will win again.
Yeah. But it's not going to happen. But Philly won't happen. Utah, I would say Utah's like a dark horse to make it happen. Denver, no. Minnesota, no. Chicago, they have pieces they could trade away.
They could make it happen, but I don't think KD would want that. But like,
same.
I think they're a good suitor.
Yeah. Cleveland, nope. I just don't see that happening. I don't see.
Yeah, solely because of like LeBron. Like even if it was like peace, no way.
Atlanta, dark horse. I think you have to still say they're a dark horse. Like they have the pieces they could trade. Charlotte, less likely than Clippers. Still maybe. Knicks, I don't see him staying in New York. Yeah, New Orleans. Would trade away everything. Washington, no. Let's just be real. San Diego, no. Lakers,
like,
no.
Why not Washington? He's from DC.
Yeah, but there's been no talk of him wanting to go back there. That's the thing.
There's been gossip though. Like he hasn't said it, but like people around him said it. Why not him and Beal?
But besides Beal, who does Washington have that you would trade for him?
But like wherever you go, it's going to be him and someone else.
Yeah, but what does Washington have that the Nets would want? Beal.
Love.
Beal.
We have Love.
Beal.
No, not like Kevin Love. We love a lot us in
Beal.
DC. And like
Beal.
we would clean their houses.
Do I need to finish Beal a few more times for you? That's all you have. That's all that's all.
But it's hometown. There has to be something for that. There has to be something for that.
Yeah, there was Soto, and then you guys got rid of him.
Okay, so I hate you. We also have Carson Wentz, so like maybe
he'll be part of the trade. He will go to the Nets.
And he'll play just as well as he would if he played quarterback.
Sacramento?
No.
Portland? I would love to see that. I would.
I think that's like my favorite dark horse that you.
Yeah.
Identify.
Indiana, no. OKC, that'd be funny.
The Pistons?
But no.
They got young talent.
Shut up.
I hate you.
And then Orlando and Houston are no. So there's like 6 options total.
Yeah. I think it has to happen. It's good. If it doesn't happen the start, he's going to sit out, and then it will happen at the trade deadline midseason. But
I feel like the more he sits out, the less the Nets get.
Yeah, they're robbing him. They're robbing themselves.
If this doesn't happen until the trade deadline, which is until what? March?
It's not going to be pretty.
It's like, I mean, you're still going to get a crap ton, but you're going to like. At that point, the teams who are still in the hunt will he was like, oh, you're a 4 seed. No, I'm good. Like he controls this so much. That's the crazy part.
And because he controls it, like I'm excited to see how he plays this out. Because he knows what he's doing.
I mean, there was no news for like 2 weeks, and then he came out today with the whole I don't trust the direction. It was like, okay, you're just trying to spice it up more, which I mean, it's fair, but also
he's putting the heat back on the Nets and saying, do something. Like, I still don't trust you. Like, there's no hope for me.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy. I have no clue what's going to happen, to be honest. Like, it's going to be.
And that's just one story within
the
NBA world.
Yeah, dude, there's so much more. But I think next week we'll go maybe more football next week because we haven't talked about that besides our teams and preseason will have started. And there's been a fair bit of contracts that have happened.
Totally.
Plus, a couple more signings and stuff and trades and whatnot from what I recall. And then we can bring up basketball a bit, but I kind of want to wait until he gets traded away to bring it to have like a full NBA discussion somewhat.
I agree.
Because otherwise we're just gonna have this debate every week of where will he go, where will he not go,
Totally. I think next week you guys be on the lookout for some football talk. We're gonna break things down. It will probably be the first week of preseason games right?
No, will be after the first week.
After the first week.
So between first and second for most teams.
We're gonna have some content there. And I think we haven't talked about it in a while. So I think just like, subscribe, put the little alarm thing next to the YouTube page. When we drop that video, you log on. When we drop this video, you sign on, give us some likes. Just be ready. We're back, baby.
We're back fully.
It's
going to take a couple of weeks to get back into it, but I'm excited to be back and not like on the panic move of like, oh, okay, gone. Time for a flight.
Totally.
I'm excited to fully be back, and we'll start being out there more on social medias again now that we're back.
Yep.
And let us know if you guys want anything specific to talk about. As we say, now that we're back, we can dive more in depth on things and not just kind of do little snippets of different stuff. But we appreciate all y'all, and we'll see you next week.
Much love. We'll see you next week. Peace.